People pretend that you need to choose between grinding and loving someone. But the truth is, if you find the right person, she won't slow you down. If anything, she'll keep you on track. And being on a self-growth journey actually makes you a better partner. Choosing the right partner will keep you sharp. She'll keep you routine, she'll keep you accountable when you slip off. If anything, it helps you 10 times more. I see a lot of people miss out on relationships just because they think they're not ready. But the truth is, in life, you're never ready to be in a relationship. The most beautiful thing you can have in life is to pursue your goals, to build a life with someone. Imagine whatever it is, woman, man, whoever it is you're pursuing or whatever it is you want, there's no reason as to why this wouldn't work. I met my partner 2.5 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, and we met on a job, part-time work. I knew her for a few months. We liked each other, but we just never said anything. And then she went off to university. I ended up being laid off the work, and I didn't see her for a while. And then we started getting talking again. We went on a few dates, and before we knew it, we got together. Within the first few months of the relationship, I went homeless, I was broke. My mental space was probably the worst it's ever been for at least a good part of 5 years. I was not in a good place at all, but they were there, they supported me through it all. I don't think I'd even be where I am right now if it wasn't for them. And I'm in the best relationship. I feel like I have everything I could have ever asked for without even knowing that it was going to happen. But the truth is, I never said no. Even when things got tough, even when the times were against me, and technically I maybe shouldn't have been in a relationship, I still chose it, and look how strong it's come out. But there's no reason as to why you can't be in a relationship. There's no reason as to why this won't work for you. And sure, there are certain situations where growing can be easier when you're single, because maybe there's a financial problem there, or maybe you just haven't got the time. That's fair enough. There are situations where that is the case. As men, we like to slip off. We get into this routine where we have this fire built up and we're just like animals going for what we want. But then eventually, somewhere down the line, we kind of slip off because we get bored, or, we just lose that spark. But when you've got someone there that is also with you on your journey and supporting you, when you are swayed off your path a little or you get tired, they will hold you accountable. They'll help you and they'll give you your fair due, but they'll be there to tell you carry on. And that's what we need sometimes. If you have the opportunity with someone great, don't put it off because you think you're not ready for it or you're not in a good enough position. Because the right person will understand, they'll have patience and they'll join you on your journey.